One, two, three.
The Black Mountain Review was a key component of the literary magazine world. It published many influential avant-garde literature by writers like Jack Kerouac and was able to propel magazines like Eugen and Floating Bear to the avant-garde audience. However, its true intent didn't include any of this. Rather, it was simply to increase student enrollment. In 1933, John Rice, Theodore Dreier, and former faculty members of Rollins College founded Black Mountain College in a smart art town of Asheville, North Carolina. The Black Mountain College was unlike most colleges at the time because of its unique progressive education approach. Through this, it created a democratic environment around art students, where academics, art, and labor were distributed equally. This sort of environment attracted many bright students, many of which were refugee artists during World War II. The college quickly began to be considered to be one of the most famous institutions in art education and practice in the nation, with famous faculty members like Albert Einstein. In 1953, the college fell into a state of decline. Many of the students and faculty had left to large cities like New York City and San Francisco. In addition, there were constantly internal conflicts between administrators. As a result, the school debt began to rise. In his reflection of the Black Mountain Review, Robert Creeley writes, "In order to survive, it needed a much larger student enrollment, and the usual bulletins and announcements and summer programs seemed to have little effect." Charles Olson was the first to step up to solve this problem. A poet and professor, Olson had become one of the leading figures at the Black Mountain College after its decline. In 1954, he proposed to the faculty members a plan to start a literary magazine, hoping to create a more attractive advertisement for students to come to the college. The magazine would be called the Black Mountain Review. Aside to poems, the magazine would cleverly insert photographs of the school and its artworks to give readers a sense of life at the college. Robert Creeley, who was another professor at the college, became the main editor, with Charles Olson becoming the contributing editor. Having been published in magazines like the Canon Review and Origin, Robert Creeley was never content and noted that these magazines lacked the ground that an active critical section might affect. Creeley was searching for a type of literature that was both a press and a magazine. In addition, it had to be absolutely specific to one's own commitments and possibilities. This was his vision for the Black Mountain Review. Over the next few issues, the poetry of the review began to develop a style and image. It shared its precise language, direct statement, plain diction, and metonymy that none other previous magazines had done so. The review became very successful, publishing many famous works by poets like Robert Duncan, Louis Zukofsky, as well as reproductions of works by Franz Kline. By 1957, the college had already closed, and the editorship was in disarray. Creeley had also just separated from his wife and was in a restless state. The review was forced to end shortly in that August, with just 7 issues in production. The Black Mountain Review was never able to achieve its original goal of attracting students to the college. However, it became an influential magazine of its own kind in the mid-1950s, when experimental literature ran out of control. With only 200 copies distributed, the review had made a significant dent on the literary world, and was able to become one of the greatest little magazines of all time.
With a very crooked nose, he lived inside a log